Have you ever picked up your phone for 1 minute before bed and somehow ended up staring at someone else's perfect life instead of your own? The scrolling never feels dangerous because it happens quietly. One photo, one video, one achievement at a time, a new car, a better house, a vacation. Suddenly, your ordinary evening becomes a comparison you never intended to make. You see someone's perfect body and your mind immediately begins measuring everything you think you lack. An engagement photo appears on the screen, and without realizing it, you begin questioning the timeline of your own life. Your brain starts keeping a score, their success, their likes, their achievements, their milestones, and somehow your value feels connected to all of it. Eventually, it starts feeling like everyone else is moving forward while you're standing in exactly the same place. But here is something strange. The people you compare yourself to are usually not thinking about you at all. Yet you lie awake at night, replaying their lives in your head and wondering why you cannot stop comparing. Because comparison is not simply insecurity, it is an ancient survival system built deep inside the human brain. People carry this quiet scorekeeping into adulthood, into careers, relationships, and even the lives they once dreamed of having. Psychology calls this social comparison theory, our natural habit of measuring ourselves against the people around us. Your brain has no built-in ruler for success, attractiveness, or intelligence, so it borrows other people as measuring sticks. Every comparison is really asking one hidden question: where do I stand? And that question has followed human beings for thousands of years. In ancient tribes, knowing your position could mean safety, belonging, and survival. Today, the same system compares salaries, promotions, and financial success instead of food and shelter. It compares relationships too, making someone else's happiness feel like evidence of your own shortcomings. But this habit rarely begins in adulthood. It usually starts much earlier. Grades, praise, rewards, and expectations slowly teach us that being enough means performing better than someone else. Children watch parents compare houses, cars, and careers and quietly absorb the lesson without realizing it. Approval begins to feel earned only through achievement and ranking. Then comparison follows us everywhere, at a school, at work, and even while walking through a crowded city. Like the ancient story of Tantalus, satisfaction always seems close enough to touch, but never close enough to keep. The moment you reach one goal, another person appears slightly ahead, and the finish line moves again. Eventually, life becomes a performance designed to look impressive instead of something genuinely enjoyed. We edit posts and share carefully selected moments, hoping they will prove something about our worth. Then we wait for likes, for reactions, for validation from people we may never meet. And even when we succeed, we rarely feel finished, because comparison creates a moving target that can never be fully reached. Sometimes it quietly damages relationships, replacing genuine happiness for others with a silent resentment. People slowly drift apart not because of conflict, but because comparison builds invisible distance. Our ancient minds now live inside a world filled with endless opportunities to compare. But there is another way to use comparison. Instead of asking why someone has something, you do not ask what you can learn from them. Put the phone down occasionally and step away from the scoreboard that never stops updating. Measure yourself against the person you were 1 year ago, not against strangers on a screen. Because underneath every comparison is not a desire to win. It is a desire to belong and feel safe. And perhaps the greatest freedom comes when you realize that your worth was never hidden inside someone else's. Success, it was waiting quietly inside your own life all along.